Well, for the third time in 4 years, voters in Cuyahoga County will decide on a tax levy to support the Department of Health and Human Services. But this time around, it's not just a renewal, it's also a tax increase. News 5's Jordan Vandenberg explains how that additional revenue would be used and why some feel it is vital.
On the ballot is issue 33, and it is a tax increase. And for the owner of a $100,000 house, it amounts to about $41 a year in additional taxes. The county says it would generate about $35 million in taxes a year on top of the $244 million that existing levies already generate. And the money, they say, will go to help some of the county's youngest residents. The mind of a child is like a magnet, always pulling at information. It is moldable and it is movable. And because of a classroom like this one, Sarah Fry believes her son has flourished.
Maybe he would have done very well without preschool. We will never know. But I do know that he is reading and doing math 3 grade levels above where he's supposed to be.
Fry will be the first to sing the praises of the county's Universal Pre-K program, or UPK. So much so that she's enrolled her youngest child in it too. A Case Western Reserve study found children in the program were substantially more prepared for kindergarten. UPK relies on public and private funding, and the public's contribution will be on the ballot this month.
Instead of being a user of resources as adults, they are a producer of resources. They become productive tax-paying members of the community. So I think it's important for us to take the long view that you're investing in building brains is an investment in the future, and we can't have sort of a short-term perspective on this.
We initially said to the county, we want to take a stronger look at this.
Joe Roman, the president of the Greater Cleveland Partnership, said the Chamber of Commerce needed convincing at first because the levy would bring another tax increase. However, GCP later endorsed issue 33 because county leaders agreed to work toward local tax reform and metrics that could be used to measure progress.
Candidly, if we're going to avoid future tax increases, we have to spend the money we have better. And we've agreed jointly to work together on trying to achieve those objectives.
It's the decisions that adults make that are going to determine to some degree what children's futures are going to be. And we say, do you want to pay now in a positive way, building better brains, or do you want to pay later with more prisons?
Fry's children are well on their way to success and independence, she says. And that is something you cannot put a price on.
There's that old expression, it takes a village to raise a child. And even if you're not hands-on with the kids in your community, there are a million ways to support it, and this is a great one.
In addition to funding universal pre-K, the county says some of the money will also be used to restore funding for mental health services. Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.